Hello everyone, it is your host Shoya, and today I'm going to be doing 10 facts about Jupiter. Now I know why you're going to be like, but why Jupiter? It's because I like Jupiter. Actually, I love Jupiter. Number 10. Jupiter is very big. Now, if you're wondering how big, it is the biggest planet in the solar system. It is so big that you can fit 11.2 Earths on the equator. Number 9, 5 times farther. If you look at the map of a solar system, you'll find that Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Earth are relatively close to each other, and 150 million miles or 249 million kilometers from the Sun. Then there's Jupiter, which had to be completely different and separate itself from the initial planetary portent by approximately 300 million miles or 482 million kilometers. At its closest proximity, Jupiter is 460 million miles or 741 million kilometers from the Sun, making it nearly 5 times farther away from the Sun than Earth. And the expanded difference means it takes 12 Earth years for Jupiter to orbit around the Sun. Number 8. There are 2 Jupiters. Now, I know what you're thinking, and you're going to be like, but how come? There's only one planet Jupiter. Well, there is, but there is a Roman god called Jupiter. Here's a bit of history for you. With the whole Roman Empire business, when the Romans invaded Greece, then they took over Greece and they used the same gods but with different names. So Jupiter is Zeus, Mars is Ares, Venus, Aphrodite. The reason why planets, well, some of the planets are named after the Roman gods and goddesses is because the Romans took astronomy off the Greeks and they named the planets. So yeah. Number 7. Jupiter is home to damaging storms. The White Oval storm directly below the Great Red Spot has approximately the same diameter as Earth. The Great Red Spot is a persistent zone of high pressure producing a cyclonic storm on the planet Jupiter 22 degrees south of the equator. It has been continuously observed for 188 years since 1830. Number 7. Jupiter is gassy. Now, I do not mean the gas which comes out of your butt. I mean gases like what's in the air, like hydrogen, helium and stuff. So, Jupiter is called a gas giant, and that's because it's rich in hydrogen and helium. But Jupiter does not have nearly enough mass to trigger a fusion reaction in its core. Number 5. Jupiter's Great Red Spot. Remember that kid in school who had a red spot on their head and then you laughed at them so hard? Well, you should be laughing at Jupiter too. Ha! Because Jupiter has a red spot, but it's not actually a moon. It's actually a gigantic storm. Happening in Jupiter. Yay! Yeah, boy! Number 4. Mars and Jupiter are separated. Now, they're separated because there's an asteroid belt in between Jupiter and Mars. So, what an asteroid belt means, basically means that there are asteroids in between them. So, nice. Jupiter's many moons. Now, Jupiter has a lot of moons. And remember earlier about the Roman god Jupiter, he had many children. So it's kind of like Jupiter's moons are his children. So that's a fact for you. Number 3. Without Jupiter, we wouldn't be here. There's this theory that scientists made. Since when the solar system was just young, there were planets orbiting the sun, but then Jupiter came in and swapped their gravitational orbits. So then they crashed into each other, and some of that debris flew into the sun, but the rest of the debris formed together to make the planets that we know as Mercury, Venus, Mars and Earth. But when Jupiter retreated, the planets started orbiting the sun. So if that was true, then all of us wouldn't be here. Number 2. Jupiter is the 5th planet away from the sun. Now I am sorry I did not establish this in the first few facts, but Jupiter is the 5th planet away from the sun, and it is also the just in this rhyme saying, "My very enthusiastic mother just served us noodles." Unfortunately, we don't have noodles.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early.
But we do have Jupiter. Now, Jupiter goes back a long way, but I'm not going to go back a long way. But its radius is 69,911 kilometers. Its mass is 1.898, and the distance from the sun, like I already established, is 778.5 kilometers, million kilometers of course. Length of days on Jupiter are 9 hours and 56 minutes for Earth. The gravity is 24.79, and it has a lot of moons. So that's number 2. Number 1. Jupiter is my second favourite planet. Now, my favourite planet, I have to break it to you, is Uranus.
There's Uranus. You see it? You see it?
That was my anus.
Sorry. I mean Uranus. Is Uranus gassy? How big is Uranus? Is Uranus smelly? So, but yeah, Uranus is my favourite planet. So, that concludes it for this video. Bye.